Hey, what's up, guys? Morning to you. It's actually Saturday morning right now, guys. Uh-oh. And I'm actually making some eggs. What's today? Your brother making little eggs for breakfast before I go probably head to the gym right quick and shoot some hoop. And I wanted to make this quick video for you guys. You know, extra Saturday bonus little vlog or whatever. And what I want to make this video about, guys, my turkey bacon up out of here. Your brother got to get his turkey bacon. But yeah, I want to make this quick video, guys, because this morning when I woke up, I saw my TV was watching me. Y'all know what I mean. You know, you've been tired a few times and you wake up, right, and next thing you know, the TV's watching you. What happened to me last night, right? And so I got these theater seats, you know, like in my game room, movie room, whatever you want to call it. And man, they put me out. And my wife let me out there on the couch all night. But when I woke up, I had saw that the TV was on the CBS Morning News. And they said a couple things that really startled me. I got up, did a Facebook post. I sent out an email to my list of subscribers at workwithchrisharrell.com and getcashmoneyfromhome.com, and because what they said, I had to ask everybody, is this true? You know, because see, I don't watch the news that much, because usually everything they put on the news is normally all bad news, and so I don't try to subject myself to that type of propaganda and environment all the time. You know, I may occasionally watch the news, but it's very rare that I watch the news nowadays. I read, you know, I'm just in a totally different place mentally. Get some cheese here. Cheese by the fridge, but I'm trying to get some grub. But I like having cheese on my eggs, so you know. I'll first get this shredded cheese. Get the shredded cheese. And but yeah, I was watching this, right, and they said two pretty startling, amazing things on that. First thing they said was that two things they said. First thing they said was 75% of Americans, right? This is on the CBS Morning News, you know, the national show. This Saturday morning, what's today? Today, July something. I mean, June something. I think June 29th. And the first thing they said was 75% of Americans are all living paycheck to paycheck. 75%. 3/4 of all working Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I don't know. I didn't do the research. You can go do it yourself. But I don't know how many millions of people who are working in America. But I know it's quite a few. And 75%. So what they're saying is 3 out of every 4 Americans that you see that is gainfully employed, legally, of course, that has a job, that's an employee, 75% of those people are living paycheck to paycheck. I was like, wow, you got to be kidding me. And then they also said, in a separate segment, same show, that student loans, interest rates are going to double on July 1st. And when I heard those two things on the same broadcast, it made me think back to a lot of things I've been preaching or saying, and a lot of my business partners have been saying here, you know, who Empower Network, or those people who are entrepreneurs, period. You know, I have investors. When I got a real estate investing a couple of years ago, when I started my music business, but really when I got into the investment side, real estate investors, the entrepreneurial side, big time, is that when I started surrounding myself by other type of people, you kept hearing the same thing over and over again, you know. And when you surround yourself around rich and successful people, when you start doing the research, you notice that most of those folks do not work jobs, or they do not have jobs for a long period of time, and most of them never had a formal education, because there's something, there's a saying that says, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. And when I hear those two things, I can help to think back how faulty the school system is. You know, the American school system. Now, this holds true for any country. It doesn't matter where you live, because I can pretty much guarantee that if you live in another country, it's probably a lot worse than what America is going through. But what you're telling me is that the school system and this myth, this programming, this conditioning that we've put in the school systems, that society has forced upon people who are growing up. They tell you to do what? To go to school, get a good job, and retire in your 60s. You know, that's the so-called quote-unquote American dream. Is to go get a formal education, go get your, finish your high school and go to college. Hopefully you finish college, hopefully and go get a job, work for some company for 40 plus years, and then enjoy life after you're 65. That's what you're taught to do. That's what you see, the conditioning and programming that's been taught for decades after decades. And I did a video a few months back talking about how the American school system, or the school system period, is a setup. It's a myth. And it's true. I've heard that a lot when I read a lot of Rich Dad, Poor Dad books. And here's the point, guys, is that when they said the thing about the student loans, they said two out of 5 people that have student loans default on those loans in the first 5 years. 40% of people that have student loans default on those student loans. Yet and still, it's doubling. The interest rate is doubling. But you've been taught by society to go to school because you need to get a good job. And what happens is the school system puts you in debt. And now they're putting you in default for 40% of the people who are going in default. Why? Because their so-called dream job they thought they were going to get didn't happen. It's a myth. It's a setup. It's a conditioning. It's the programming that's been going on for years. And that's why the entrepreneurs and investors who see that, they don't follow their system. How many wealthy people you know have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree? But there are a lot of people that we know that got bachelor's and master's degrees who live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, is the light bulb not coming on? I got family members that I try to tell them, look, you don't have to be an entrepreneur like myself, a full-time entrepreneur. But you need to start a business because you need to have yourself prepared to create your own economy, because you cannot trust and put all your eggs in that job basket. Now here you are trying to get out of $60,000 of student loan debt, and you're making $90,000 a year at your job, but you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Something's wrong with that picture. And then any day, I live in a state in Texas where they can fire you next day, no reasons. They call it something, I don't know what they call it, but you can go to work tomorrow, and they can fire you on the spot. And what's crazy is that they look at us as the risk takers. They look at us as the gamblers. They look at us, and I say us, my fellow entrepreneurs, people who I'm partnering with now, I'm building my business through Empower Network. They look at us as being different, and we are different. But they look at us as the risk takers and the gamblers. When they're gambling every single day, they're putting their eggs in a basket that's proven in today's world in 2013 that it's faulty. But yet and still, they're teaching their kids, they're still doing the same thing. Go to school, get a good job, live life when you have fun in your 60s so you can retire. It's just all hogwash, guys. It's hogwash. If the news is talking about it, when are people going to start waking up? Now, here's the crazy thing. Most people, they come to me now, they come to, work with ChrisFarrell.com. They want me to help them now build their own business. And most people, unfortunately, come to us over here in Empower Network when they've been fired, they've been laid off, or they're really broke. Which is when you should start with me right now. You should start your entrepreneur ventures right now, just on the side, when you're none of the above. Why? Because you're not in a period of desperation. But it's crazy how so many people just ignore warnings. They live in this fantasy world. And what's crazy about it is that Only 20% of the people out there who work in their jobs actually love their jobs or actually in their dream jobs. Most of us just settle for the status quo because why? We got to pay bills. 80% of people out there working a job settle for it just in the name of paying bills. That is lunacy. And they call us the risk takers. They call us the gamblers, those who pursue their dreams, those who don't settle for less in life, those who want more than what you know a job can give you. You know you can never get financial freedom working a job. And they call us the gamblers and the risk takers. But yet still, when you're fired, laid off, or really broke, now you want to come and try to start when you need to do it right now when you're none of the above. The best time to start your business is when you don't need to. Just like they say, the best time to get insurance is when you don't need it. This is the best time. Because why? You can build your business now. You can grow with your business now. You can develop and learn some new skills that are needed to be successful. So if you get fired, laid off, and your money comes into question, you already got something else established. You've already created your own economy. The majority of millionaires and billionaires do not have a bachelor's or a master's degree. The overwhelming majority. So are you going to stop following the crowd? Are you going to finally wake up? The news is talking about it, but people still every single day are following the crowd. And every single day they're getting more default with their student loan debts. Every single day they go to work, people get laid off. Every single day they go to work, people get fired. And they find themselves 1 to 2 paychecks away, 3 at the most, for being homeless. Because you chose not to do what you needed to do when the opportunity was right in your darn face. How much longer are people going to continue to settle to get by in life when you were created to do so much more? You should start right now. There should be a link below this video. You need to click that link right now and get started with me right now. Don't wait. Don't wait until you have to do this. Don't wait until you're forced to do this. Because then you'll be acting out of desperation, which might be good for some of you guys, but not if you're broke. Because you got to invest in your business. You got to invest in your education. And if you're broke, you have nothing to invest in. So so right now is the best time for you to start. Right now, today. Click the link right now, pull out your credit card, and get started with me. Learn some new skills. Create your own economy. The writing is on the wall. Stop following the crowd. You're going to fall off the cliff behind every other sheep who's doing the same thing everybody else is doing. Living life status quo as if everything's all hunky-dory, as if they don't see the news, as if they don't see departments in your job, people are laying off, getting laid off left and right. And what they do, the average person goes out and looks for another job to start all over again. It's just a lunacy, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's insanity. So look, I'm about to beat down on my breakfast. I just want to make this video for you guys because, man, I really want people to wake up. The best time to start with workwithchrisharrell.com is right now. Right now, because before you get broke, before you get laid off, before you get fired. And when you get started with me right now, my assistant is going to send you a bunch of information. She's going to send you 12 steps to success here with myself and our team here at Empower Network. We're going to get you plugged in with our team site and training and the whole nine. In addition, she's going to set up a coaching call with you and I as well. So get started today. Don't put this off any longer because truthfully, you cannot afford not to do this. You cannot afford not to do this. Stop playing Russian roulette with your life. Stop playing Russian roulette with your family's well-being. Stop gambling by following the crowd. Get started today. I'm going to see you on the inside. Click the link below. Get started right now. Post comments below. Like my videos. And always subscribe. And I'm going to see you on the inside.